everybody. Hey, I'm John Sanders, man. And thank you for joining me. We're going to go through some basketball stuff to make us better at basketball. But let's begin with turning off my phone so that it doesn't ring. Not that people like just call me all day, but you know, you never know. All right, that's off. That's ready. 4:30. Let's begin. All right, we got the quote of the day. Oh no, sorry. I always do updates, right? All right, so updates. We got some practice tonight. Where I didn't run you guys last time. I gave you guys a chance to get out of the runs, and you succeeded. But we do need to run, and we will be running you guys today. For anyone going to Vegas, all right, and you guys will have to run based off of how much you guys did your videos last week. All right, and then for this weekend, no games this weekend, but we do have games the following weekend for everybody on the 8th. I think it's a Saturday. It's a one-day tournament, and then the weekend after that is a two-day tournament. It's a President's Day tournament, so we'll play back-to-back weeks coming up here soon. So be prepared, get ready, and then today will be the final day where we accept people to go to Taiwan on a discounted plan. All right, and we're down to like our last two people that need to pay up, but we have like a person that's on the waiting list, so we'll tell that person are they in or are they out very, very soon. All right, and I also have the Vegas trip up there on our website for you guys to sign up for. Again, the first 10 per team are in, and that's all that I got. All right, what up, Josias Chacon? Hello, Luke. Sup, homies? All right, let's begin with the quote. Quote of the day today is be content and discontented simultaneously. All right, there are so many things where I feel like I'm just like bipolar or like contradictory when I talk about them in practice. Like I will straight tell you to your face, you've got to be brave and just go and like be like, you know, dribble down the court and be brave about it. And then during the game, I'll say, don't you dare dribble. All right, the reason for that is because my job, I have two different jobs. All right, my job is to be a player development coach, and my job is to be a game coach. Those are two different people that you're dealing with. All right, and I know it's kind of weird for me to be both. So it's like during games, you do got to figure it out, but at some point in time, you got to be brave enough too. So I got to kind of have to be both people. I'm also two different people when I yell at you guys, and then I make you guys like try to make you guys like laugh like 2 minutes later. But that doesn't make sense either. All right. Well, you have to be the same as well. All right. You have to be two different types of people. I've already mentioned one type of person where after the game you're super sad. You gotta like pick yourself up and be happy. And after the game when you're super happy, you can't be too cocky and put yourself back down. Right. There's that balance, but then there's also this balance right here, where you have to be discontented. I think that one's the first one actually. You have to be discontented with where you are right now as a basketball player, so that you work out. But you have to be contented with where you are so that you maximize how good you can be. All right, so it's two different things. You got to be like, yes, I love myself. I love where I am. Now let me go out there and do it well. And then you have to be like, I hate where I am. I got to get better. Screw this. I hate this level. And you got to hold both those thoughts like almost simultaneously. That's why it's so hard. I believe that's why it's so hard. Beyond just the, oh my God, I got to go outside and sweat. Oh Lord, I got to play less video games. Oh my God, I got to like add pressure to my life. No. I believe another reason is this, in that it's literally a complex thought where like maybe your minds or like some people's minds in life, even adults, they can't hold two different thoughts at the same time. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. When I go on Facebook and there's like a debate going on and someone says something about like my side, okay? Let's say that I'm saying that I believe that, I don't know, that gas prices should be lower. And someone that says, I think that gas prices should be higher. Then I will say, I think it should be higher, or sorry, I think that it should be lower because of X, Y, and Z. And then they go, I think it should be higher because of this. And then I complain and say, no, you're wrong because of this. And they say, no, you're wrong because of this. And I say, you're right. And they go, what? I go, yeah, no, you're right. I'm wrong about that, but you're also wrong about this. And they go, that doesn't make any sense. And it can, because no, like nothing is perfect. you can think two different thoughts. Not everything is right or wrong, black or white. All right. And in terms of this, yeah, like you have to think two different thoughts at the same exact time. It's a higher form of thinking. All right. Some people's minds don't work like that. Some people's minds can't handle the, hey, think that you're awesome, but also think that you want to get better. They're like, no, pick one or the other. Either I suck and I'm going to work my butt off, or I'm awesome and I'm not going to work at all. But then that same person the very next week will say, all right, then you suck. And then they go, what? If I suck, I don't want to work at all. But if I was awesome, I would so work. And it's like, wait, which one is it? Which one is it? And I think for many, many people, it's, well, okay, if I suck, I quit. And if I'm awesome, I'm not going to work. And it's like, wait, so there's no option in which you work hard? Nah, not at all. So which one am I? Do I suck or am I awesome, man? Just let me know. I just want to know. I'm going to stand here no matter what and do nothing. It can't be that way. You got to flip it on its head. And you got to both realize that you suck and realize that you're awesome. Because it's all relative. It all depends on who you're talking about, right? So you have to be content and discontented simultaneously. And that's the quote of the day. Let's check out the story of the day, though. What is that about? Not all of us have inspirational rags to riches stories. Our enormously heartbreaking tales to push us to greater heights. Our restrictions that have created an eternal flame of passion within our souls. Nevertheless, you still must have a chip on your shoulder, even if you have no reason to have one there at all. I believe I added Steph Curry to that list because he checks his Twitter at halftime for the haters that be hating, and he wants to have a chip on his shoulder whether he needs one or not. It's like he's been an MVP, he's the greatest shooter of all time, and it's like he has like no reason, to be discontented. Well, what we just said, but he will find a way to get discontented because it's going to push him. And I've heard him many times be contented as well. He does a great job of balancing those two things. But like a lot of us don't have that awesome story to tell where we were sleeping in our car and we went through this stuff, or like we only had one arm, or like I was so sick I almost dying and I went out there and I survived. I used to be really upset. Majorly upset actually that I wasn't born in the age of the civil rights. Where black people were being persecuted and stuff like that. I know it's not like perfect now, but I wanted to be born back then because it was so easy to be a hero, or at least so I thought. You never know. But all you had to do was like stand up when they told you to sit down, and sit down when they told you to stand up, and basically you're a hero. Now there's there's fewer chances, or I guess you have to step way outside your comfort zone for those chances. But yeah, your life, I think for you guys, your lives do have that chance actually, because you guys aren't as tall as other players are. You guys aren't as like athletic and aren't like born into certain situations. But no matter what, whether you deserve it or not, you should have a chip firmly placed on your shoulder. All right, an absolute enormous chip placed on your shoulder, meaning you're always mad. You're always like, come at me then, let's go. All right, like, oh, you don't think that I can do it? And they're like, I said that you could do it. You said could, not that I would. It's like, whoa. Now you don't have to be like ornery about it, but yeah, like at least on the inside, have that chip on your shoulder. Like you're always ready to go. You always like find something to push yourself, no matter what. So yeah, I think that's a great story to tell, and it's a great thing to try to be. Now let's see what some things that you should know. Did you know, speaking of Steph Curry, that if you compare Steph Curry being a guard at, I believe the height was 6'2", all right? I think this height is, since 2020 to 2021, this is like after, this is like Steph in the last 5 years. It's not even like during like his prime. All right. The only players to average 5+ rebounds under 6'4" are Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, and John Morant. All right. Look, those are two athletic freaks of nature that no one can beat, okay? No one can just be Russell Westbrook or John Morant. Do you guys think that Steph Curry is on their level athletically? Nah, of course not, right? Yet he's above Ja. And he's like, I mean, he's up there with Steph. Those are the only three. Steph has a knack for rebounding. People like to give him, like, you know, grief because he's small or whatever. But compared to all the other small people, he's out rebounding them all. Except for, like, the best rebounding point guard of all time. All right? And again, these are two athletic freaks of nature, and Steph is right there with them. Did you guys know that? All right, so when you're out there, appreciate Steph Curry. Appreciate the work that he's doing on the rebounding end. He could just stay at half court, but he doesn't. And two, be like that. Shoot for those rebounds. Who cares if you're the smaller person out there? Because, yeah, you're thinking, well, Steph is 6'3", 6'2". I'm not that tall. Oh, no, but if you're 5'3", you're that tall compared to a 6'6" guy that you're playing against, or a 6'3" guy. Think about it, if you're 5'3" playing against a 6'3" guy, that's like Steph versus Wembanyama. All right, that's the difference in height right there. Like a whole freaking foot. That's a lot. And Steph's competing against guys who are 6'11", 6'10", 7 foot sometimes. You guys are competing against bigger odds than that. So it's kind of comparable. But go for it. Go for it. All right? He's small. He did it. You're small. Do it. All right? Scrap with those big guys. Get those rebounds. All right? Because it matters. And you don't have to be a freak to be able to do it. And Steph Curry proves that. All right? Great job, Steph. If you watch, I know Steph watches the show. Thank you, Steph Curry, for your hard work and dedication. I notice you, man. I notice you. Hey, call in one day. We want to get an interview with you, Steph. All right? Is Steph out there? Is he there? Is he there? Open gym today. We're playing. All right? I've been telling Tiago about this, and he's been waiting for the day where it's super easy. Don't make it easy. All right, we should be playing open gym like we want to get better. I will start out with some 3-on-3 cutthroat and 2-on-2 help side just to get some of that stuff. But then 5-on-5 cutthroat after that, or depending on how many kids that we have. But on the other side of the court, we will be doing some team practice stuff. So I'll let you guys play for a second. But outside of the smaller kids, everyone else will be doing team basketball stuff. Where we talk about the zone flex screens. All right, that would have helped us out with our 3-on-2 stuff. Let me show you that real quick. All right, when the other team was in 3-on-2 defense, a 3-2 defense, it freaking sucks. All right, but you guys have never seen it, so it was hard to like talk you guys into understanding it. But if this is them on this side and they have a person here, person there, and a person there, and they have two people here who won't even follow you no matter what you do. Well, what we don't want to do is to line up with them. All right, so what we should have done was a 2-guard front, but we have these guys right here. All right, and you don't want to just stay behind your man. All right, when we're playing against the zone, we want to make it uneven, so you want to move it to the side, and you want a 2-guard front. So you make him choose in between these two guys. Choose in between these two guys. Now watch how simple it gets. Beyond just the flash there, which was there, but then this player wasn't good, so we switched our good player there. Then this player wasn't good enough to pass it, so we were kind of screwed over because of that. But this is how you handle it if like you don't need to. Okay, so one, someone has to guard you. If this guy guards you, now we can just run our play, easy. He's not gonna leave because that guy's there for a layup. But what will he do afterwards? All right, if he does leave, okay, well you have that. And you can cut through here. Now you're on this side. This guy is now guarding like 3 guys. All right, so that's not going to really happen if he does that. So let's rewind it and let's figure out that, okay, well, he's going to stay here. So now this guy will come over. Well, then who has this guy? Because he's going to split that middle. Now all we have to do is just pass the ball, not pass the person to right there. And then he has him. But now you can sprint through right here. And now you're open unless he leaves. But if he leaves, this guy's open. What they should do as you're sprinting through, and this is what we're going to test them for, as he's sprinting through and he's gone, This guy needs to be like, bump, and run here to double team. And then as this guy comes out, this guy traces him, follows him, and goes like that. But that's not how people play that. They don't know that rule. They will just allow you to do it, but not if you walk. If you walk, they can kind of see it. If you stand here, they can kind of beat you. But if you can go 2 guard front and then figure out where the holes are and figure out which way that they're going. Now, if they go this way, like this, and you pass the ball here still, well, you didn't really utilize that. You have to see which way are they leaning. Which way are they leaning? So you bring the 2 guard front there. This guy can even run on the baseline immediately without even a pass happening. As soon as they start to match up, all right, because he's not going to stay here. He won't stay there because there's gaps. You can bluff that to see who's going to step up. This guy or this guy. This guy or this guy. This guy or this guy. And if it's this guy, well then he can sprint through. If it's this guy, well then he can pass. All right, and then he can sprint through. So that's how you beat a 3-2 zone. All right. Hopefully enough of you guys are watching. All right, but in the zone, these 2 guys have to be split between these 3 spots as often as possible. All right, 3 seconds and then rotate. All right, let's move on to the other things that we're talking about for our team practice tonight. We got sideline out of bounds for shots. Don't cross half court in the trap. 0 to 3 seconds down by 3 free throws. We'll just talk about that stuff real quick. Then layups, 5-on-5, Nash and dash. All right, but we're gonna talk about some extra team stuff outside of that, like we've been doing for the last few weeks, just to get an even better team in place. Let's check out some highlights. All right, highlight for the day will be whatever this is. Let's see it.
Catch right there in the 10th of a second. The league is not allowing it. You can see it was still on his hands. That was a beautiful play. Brilliant.
That did not count. I got to tell you something. This never happened in a game, but in practice, that was our out of bounds play, and I was the jumper. Man, I cannot get that high at all. I mean, I never got that high, probably. I don't think. But yeah, that was our play for out of bounds. But we never got a chance to run that one. I don't know why, but he definitely did not catch it. But I'm looking at the height that he got. Now, who is this? Azir Thompson? Can they both jump out the gym? Amen and Azar, whatever his name is. But yeah, that is a hop. That's over Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is 9 feet tall. I mean, almost had his head at the rim. Nice, perfect throw, too. How can you beat that play? You just got to hit him early. You can't let him cut back door. But, yeah, that was a little too late. Another great play that did not count. Check the trivia question for the day. Trivia question today is led by Austin Maxim with 4, Josiah Chacon with 3, Kieran, Romello, Teo, and a couple of others with 1. Good luck on today's trivia question. It is, which NBA players' parents are Bobby and Besta, and whose brothers are Brandon, Bruce, Byron, and Brian? What kind of family dynamic is that? Well, would you really just name all your kids with a B? Now, I'm not going to tell you the NBA player, but maybe his name starts with a B too, or is he the one non-B person? I don't know. But his 4 brothers, Brandon, Bruce, Byron, and Brian, and his mommy is Besta. I don't know what kind of name that is. Maybe it stands for Besta Louise or something, or you're the best of in the world, Besta mom in the world. And then Bobby's his dad. Bobby and Besta had some fun naming their kids, but whose parents are these? Man, also, what is their last name? Their last name a B too? I'm not going to tell you who it is right now. But wouldn't that be nuts if their last name was with a B as well? You have until the end of the show to figure it out. All right, and we will, the winner for the month wins, which is tomorrow. Oh man, it's almost the end of the month right now. So the winner by the end of the month gets a $50 coin. Good luck if no one answers this one. I'll answer it again next week. All right, anyways, moving on. Next thing we got is an ad. Water break. amazing commercial. I love it. All right. Our conspiracy, our rumor, I don't know what it is today, is about LeBron James, and it's about a story of him playing against Michael Jordan back when he was like 15 years old. And Ron Artest swears that it happened. So maybe it really happened, because you never know when to believe LeBron. Let's see what he says.
There's a story about you playing in an infamous pickup game with Michael Jordan when you were 16 years old. What was it like? Is that true? Like, can you tell us how you played? Yeah.
So when I finally was able to get on the court, first of all, MJ, Antoine Walker, and the rest of those guys did not let young guys get on the court at all. And I was 16 years old. I was sophomore in high school. And it takes a while to get on the court. It's usually when the older guys, they get tired and they don't want to play no more. They like whatever. But I did. And I was able to get on the court alongside. I was on the court with Michael Jordan, Antoine Walker, Penny Hardaway,
Ron
Artest, Michael Finley, all these guys.
Who guarded you?
Nobody. I was unguardable.
All right, he was unguardable. Do you think that this really happened like that? Now, Ron Artest says yes. No one can hang with the big boy. He goes, man, I bet. He goes, he said that it made him step up his game. Ron Artest said it made him step up his game because he was like, if this is what's coming to the league, I got to do more. All right, but to hear LeBron James say it, I know why people hate him. He's super annoying and super weird. But yes, I think that this happened, but it was like when all the older guys were like tired. And I'm sure Michael Jordan had him on his team too, because he was young and he was like, you know, like wired, ready to go. And Jordan just doesn't like to lose, so he just stacks his team. But yeah, he said nobody was guarding me. Nobody. We got a guess for the answer. Let's see if it's right. That is the answer for the trivia question. It is Bradley Beal, a double B smorgasbord. And yes, we got Josiah's is now tied. Tied? Is that tied? Yes, it is tied with Austin Maxson. And so that means that tomorrow or later, we will go into playoffs if we have to. All right, it will be the tiebreaker. So we got Josiah's with 4. One of those guys has to win it. So that means that the one people can still come back. All right, so if they keep winning, it's whoever gets to 5 first now. It's whoever gets to 5 first. Even if it's a lower person, we'll just keep going until someone gets to 5. Even if it takes us like half the month next month, till someone gets to 5. Great job, Josiah, with the answer. But yes, isn't that strange? I also read that Bradley Beal was like, he calls himself a nerd. He was a 4.0 student. He studied like biology in college and stuff like that. And right now, he's the most untradeable person in the league. And every trade in the world hinges off of whether he wants to be traded or not because of a deal he made with the Wizards two years ago. Crazy stories, what's going on. Let's see what the homework. Who's been posting homework? Because you know what you do, not what you say you do. We got to wait and Lincoln doing the homework right there. Chacon, I see Luke, I see Caden, I see Taplin 2 days ago. All right, good job with the homework. Make sure you guys keep posting that homework, keep getting better. But it all depends on what you posted last week. All right, so you guys are gonna get to practice, count all the stuff between you and your partner, figure that out, and then we will run. Eventually, I'll start looking at it to confirm. All right, I'm sure some of you guys are lying maybe, but we're not even close enough on like lower amount of runs yet to even question it. So it's like, if you want to run 100 sprints, just run 100 sprints. We're basically running 100 anyways, so I'm not really questioning it now. But I do want to get you guys to hold each other accountable. So we'll work on that. Maybe I'll be nice for like the first month. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for that. I don't know. But let's finish up with what is this? I don't know what this is, but it's something about social. So it was on social media. I'll buy it. What is this about? Let's see it. This is my guy right here. I have guarded this guy at basketball. Now, he was probably like my age when I was like 30. But I basically like lit him up. I mean, I know he's Mr. Trainer Extraordinaire, the best trainer in the whole world. But I mean, I took care of my business. You know what I'm saying? But yes, anyways, let's see what he has to say right now.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See the floor. Eyes up. Yes, good. Yep, good, Pete. Good. Nice, good. Good, Pete. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I see what's going on. So he's working out with the smaller ball. All right, what do you guys think about that? Now, I am a believer, even though I haven't really tried it for our workouts, and I'm a believer because of this. I would play pickup basketball with the girls' basketball teams. Not with the team, sorry, but with it was like some girls from the team, but some coaches were playing. But they made us play with the girls' basketball, and I was like, what? Until I shot with the girls' basketball, and I was like, oh, everything just goes in because the ball is so small. It's not small, it's this ball, but yeah. But then when I started dribbling, I would mess up. And it was because I would dribble fast, do a move, and the ball just would miss my hand because I thought it would be bigger. Like it would go behind my back and I would just miss it. I would expect for the ball, because I'm not looking down, I would expect for the ball to be in one place and it just wouldn't be. And I think if you dribble with a smaller ball, it might actually make you a better ball handler. Just like dribbling with the bigger ball makes you, shooting with the bigger ball might make you stronger. Dribbling with the smaller balls, you have to be more accurate. You have to be more precise with it. So while I've never done this, I do have small basketballs, but they're not that small. They're definitely not this small. My small basketballs are for first graders and second graders. These are smaller than the ones that you might win at a state park. I don't know, but if Phil Handy is doing it, it must be great. I might try to incorporate this into our ball handling stuff. I'm not sure, but make sure that you are doing ball handling of some kind. All right, and if you're one of the people that are trying to be great, make sure that you are looking at our site on the daily for workouts like that and a ton more. All right, and it's beyond our homework section. It's in our challenge section. There are so many challenges that we put forth to kids. All right, there's so many things, and again, I want to make you guys better. I started getting phone calls today, yesterday, the day before. It's really weird. It's just like a streak. I'm not sure why. And I'm getting a lot of phone calls from past players, and they are asking me questions. Or past mom. It was a mom last night. Talked to me for an hour, and they basically all have a certain level of regret for not trying harder. And they're like, well, I'm calling you because I trust you, John. I trust you like that. And I never get phone calls, but this, it's been crazy this week. And this is what I would say should be your goal, is to get through this entire page. No matter how many years it takes, you go through this entire page and you try to do every single thing on there. The road to the NBA is at the end because it's a long road. All right. So just don't regret it. That's all I can say is you're gonna be going down this path. Don't do it. All right. We're all freaking cows inside of a fence that is electrified. Don't touch the fence. All right. The fence is regret. And you're like, but I want to touch it. I want to see. It's no, just don't. Just trust me. I've been there before. I've touched the fence. It shocked the hell out of me. Maybe you don't need to touch it yourself because you can't take that back. All right? Where a cow might be okay, you will not be okay. Because once you hit that lane of doubt, you can't go back in a time machine to do all this stuff then. You can't go back in time. It's done. So it is like a figurative death. So this is your warning. This is someone experienced telling you what to do or what not to do. And you don't want that doubt. Don't be calling me when you're a junior, senior, or in college and say, man, I wish I had listened to you. Don't know. Just listen to me now and trust me. So I've never got the phone call that said, John, I did all your workouts and I suck. I've never had that phone call. Okay? I get a lot of text messages and phone calls about things. Don't forget that the quote of the day, man, is be content and discontented at the same time, or simultaneously, if you want to get it correct. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Workout is not at Thornton, it's at Glenwood or something like that. Just check the website, please, okay? All right, don't forget to check the website. I will talk to y'all soon, man. Reese's Pieces.